Yeah, so I said to him, you can't just go around saying that you've met celebrities, man, you know? You haven't met Martin Short and you haven't met Don Cheadle, so stop saying you have. It's weird. Dude, look behind you. What? Whoa! Is that legendary Hollywood director Steven Spielberg, known for films such as Jaws, Jurassic Park, E.T., Raiders of the Lost Ark, Close Encounters of the Third Kind, Duel, Saving Private Ryan, Minority Report, War of the Worlds? Okay, dude, shut up. Yeah, I think that's him. Although he looks kind of off. Oh no, man, he hasn't really been the same since Ready Player One. Oh God! Disclosure Day is a 2026 film directed by Steven Spielberg and written by David Koepp. And Steven Spielberg. It's a science fiction film about the world's reaction to finding out that aliens are in fact real. Just kidding, I lied. It's a 3-hour-long film about a bunch of random people going across the U.S. to try and disclose the truth while being chased by great value Orson Welles and his shady secret organization's thugs. It's one of the most boring movies I've ever watched and has some of the most abysmal pacing I've ever witnessed. This movie has no business being a full 3 hours long. The runtime is my main complaint. Not because I can't handle a 3-hour-long movie, because I absolutely can. It's the pacing that's the real problem. This movie is so drawn out. Scenes that should reasonably last 2 minutes last for 10. It's ridiculous. Now, I don't mean to get into slight spoiler territory, but the disclosure that the movie is named after only happens at the very end. And even then, it lasts a full 20 minutes, with nearly half of those minutes being devoted to some random news anchor reacting to footage of aliens like she's as a sniper wolf. This movie doesn't feel like Spielberg. It feels like if some random college student got millions of dollars of funding for his student film. The only part that really feels like Spielberg's directing was the train scene. That was good. Oh, by the way, I already know some of you viewers are thinking, well, Space Guy, that just means you only like movies with action and can't handle slow burn trauma. And to that I say, wrong! I can handle slow burn trauma, but only when it's executed properly, which isn't true for this movie. It's been a long time since I watched a movie that I actively didn't like. But I didn't like this movie. It's safe to say that Spielberg has, unfortunately, lost his touch. Well, overall, the film's a 5 out of 10. Unless you want to watch every Steven Spielberg movie ever made, I'd recommend you skip this one. Anyways, that's all I have to say. This is Space Guy, signing off. Alright, that's a wrap. Now, I'm gonna go eat way more popcorn than any human should ever consume in 3 minutes. Just kidding! I still got another movie review! That's right, baby! Let's go! Is a 2026 film directed by Caden Parsons and written by Will Sodick. It's based on the infamous internet creepypasta, I guess, The Backrooms. But specifically, it's based on Caden Parsons' web series based on the creepypasta. There's like another layer in it. Another level, if you're a LARPer. Ladies, gentlemen, and everyone in between. Allow me to tell you something. There are very few movies I have watched that have little to no discernible flaws. However, Backrooms is one of those movies. This movie is 20-year-old Caden Parsons' directorial debut, and my God, does he hit it out of the park. The suspense is absolutely phenomenal. I may not scare easily, but this movie's a real nail-biter. Seriously, my dad really liked this movie. Do you realize how good a movie has to be for my dad to like it? He is not easy to please. Backrooms is the perfect type of horror, in my opinion. The kind where you know something is wrong, but you don't know what. That anxiety, that suspenseful buildup. You know something bad is about to happen. You can feel it. But it doesn't happen. Not for a while. But when it does, then it's worse than anything you could have possibly imagined. Another thing about the movie I want to talk about is the set design. Specifically, the titular backrooms, which were filmed on a 30,000 square foot labyrinth designed by Danny Vermette. Yeah, they just actually built the backrooms in real life. It's crazy. But also pretty cool. The cast is also phenomenal. The standout is Chiwetel Ejiofor's Clark, the main character. His character arc is genuinely haunting, and I'd love to go over it in more detail, but I'd also hate to spoil the movie. Renate Rainsby's Mary is also great. I definitely mispronounced that. The concern she feels for Clark throughout the movie and the fear she exhibits during the finale feels genuine. Like, she's really in the backrooms. I mean, to be fair, Renee pretty much was in the actual backroom, so method acting, I guess. Anyways, Backrooms is a 10 out of 10. Without a doubt, one of the best movies I've seen in a while. Well, that's all I have to say. So, this is Space Guy, signing off.